we will be making grilled jerk chicken with coconut rice pilaf with pigeon peas. There's a lot going on in jerk chicken. There are like 1 million recipes. So this is my interpretation of jerk chicken. We're gonna start off with our onion. So we cut the stem end off. Look, no more roly. And I'm gonna cut this guy right in half. And then you have a corner in which to peel this guy. You cut to the back of the onion, but not through the back of the onion. Don't cut anything off. No cutting off. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut the hairy end off. Look what I have. So we need half an onion sliced for our rice, and we need half of this other half for your jerk marinade, okay? To the back, but not through the back. Now, I wanna dice this guy. So, one time through like that. Ready? All right, there you go. So we need to peel and smash these garlic cloves. Put the clove of garlic right on the edge of your board, your knife right on top of it, with this part of your hand right here. Smash it, right? Get in there. And then you can go back and give it a little chop like this. It doesn't matter if you're the worst cook in America. If you saute onions and garlic and someone walks in your house, they'll be like, smells good. All right, so this is an habanero pepper. We want to cut out the stem and the seeds. We're just gonna coarsely chop this guy. I've got the base, so that's gonna go right in my little food processor. Now, we've got a whole lot of spices going on here. 1 tablespoon of 5 spice, a tablespoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon of celery salt. There we go. Now, we have this guy, nutmeg. We're gonna grate him freshly. And we're going to have a teaspoon of powdered ginger. We're gonna kind of puree that till it makes a little bit of a paste, all right? Then we are gonna add half a cup of soy sauce. So these guys, scallions. You're gonna cut the hairy ends off on these guys. So we're gonna save the greens. Scallions in there. All right, and then we have 2 tablespoons of malt vinegar, and then 2 tablespoons of neutrally flavored oil. All right, we just wanna puree it. Now, let's get my chicken butchered. We're gonna loosen up the leg, and we're going to just make a small cut. All right, pop that hip bone right out. So, tip of the knife. Look at that. The leg and the thigh come right off. You can leave thigh and leg together. Now, I want you guys to leave this little wing part on the chicken breast today. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna cut right through the skin. You can pop the joint apart, right through there. And there's 2 breasts here. We're gonna take them off like a book almost. On one side of the breastbone, and we go all the way down. And if you're cutting into the bone, you're going too far. Get it to where you can expose the joint and just cut right through it, okay? And then you have a beautiful chicken breast, okay? Now, the chicken tender, we don't need today. So let's marinate it, right? All right, we wanna get it all nice and covered. I'm gonna turn my chicken over. Gonna paint the bottom, all right? We wanna heat our grill pan up to like a medium-high heat. So we are going to be making coconut rice pilaf with pigeon peas. So we start off and we cover the bottom of our pan, onions, right in there. And let's bring our pan to kind of a high heat. We wanna get this started. Now, we're gonna add salt. All right, so it's saute the onions, sweat them, get a little color on them, a little bit of brown. So, let's check and see if my grill is ready. You don't hear that sizzle, it's not hot enough. So we are going to brown and get our chicken really nice and grilled here, and we're gonna finish it in the oven. If I tried to do it on the grill all the way here, the outside might be burned by the time the inside is cooked to a proper temperature. Some other little flavor situations happening that I'm gonna put in my rice, 2 bay leaves. I'm gonna make what I call a little thyme bundle, and the reason we do this is so we can put it in and take it out in one piece later on. I'm gonna take a little look-see at my chicken breast. Oh yeah, baby. That looks good, doesn't it? Jerk chicken is really pretty darkly charred on the outside, okay? So now, I'm gonna add 1 cup of rice. Stir it around to coat it all with the oil. And I'm going to use 2 cups of liquid. The coconut fat and so the oil that's frozen on the top, you want all of that, all right? So I'm gonna season this. What salt does, it turns the volume up on flavor. All right, so look at nice and brown on the bottom, nice and brown on the bottom. All right, let's paint these guys another time. Get lots of your marinade on there. All right, put these guys in the oven. Push it towards the back of the oven. That's where the hottest is. All right, so look at my rice come to a boil. Reduce it to a simmer. So you can use half a can of peas, stir them around. 17 minutes. All right, so I'm just going to get some scallions cut for my rice. We're gonna cut these guys on the bias and a little bit of cilantro. So we just want the leaves. We're gonna go ahead and really get them all tightly packed into our hand and give them a coarse chop. All right, so scallions, greens, and cilantro can go together because they're gonna wind up in the rice together. I'm gonna go check my chicken. So the thigh needs just a couple of more minutes, but the breast is done. My chicken here is resting. It's carryover cooking a little bit. So if I cut that right away, all those beautiful juices would run away and I would be left with a dry piece of chicken. So we like to let protein rest for a couple of minutes after it comes out of the oven. My rice is just about done. So exciting, isn't it?
It's so exciting.
Yay! So we want to do a little bay leaf removal and a little thyme bundle removal. All right, I'm not stirring. I'm gonna draw lines in it back and forth and fluff it. Now, this guy in, what that prevents from happening is the rice getting all clumped together and sticky. I'm gonna start plating. And we like a nice big pile of rice in there. This is like a hearty, like homey kind of meal. So I'm just gonna check my chicken. Should be ready.
Looks so pretty.
We'll get that guy right on there. And we're gonna snuggle him right on there.
Wow.
Cute.
All right? Okay, so is the breast juicy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right?
super
Is the
juicy.
rice like cooked through and nice and flavorful?
Yes.
Delicious.